Hello, Bobs. We're back with more books. I'm guessing these are, this is number 206 or 7, one of the two. The Tao of Chess, 200 Principles to Transform Your Game and Your Life. I'm not a particular fan of chess, but since there are chess books which are worth money, this isn't one of them. I started collecting chess books, and now, there you go. A Celtic Christmas, classic tales from the Emerald Isle. The long inscription to dear Linda and Wally from Lynn. Happy New Year, 1997. Secret meanings and superstitions abound on the Emerald Island, and at no time are they richer than during the holiday season. Revel in these 14 lively recitals of traditional Christmas Celtic tales. I would say that I'm going to read this on the channel, but I think it'll get a copyright strike. Probably should have looked this one up. Ellen Mullally and the Fight to Save Ford Motor Company. American icon Bryce G. Hoffman. Exactly what you expect it to be, and since I'm in the Detroit area, this somewhat matters to me. Although I don't really give a shit about cars all that much. Do care about that. Witch Hat Atelier, I think it is. I won't even try it. Kamome, Shirahama. Obviously, it's read backwards. This is volume 5. My child may want this. I don't know. I have not texted to find out, but if I could find this series, I would put it with my witch books, bro. Look at that. That poor little girl. I hope I never have to hear another thank you that sounds so sad. Emo. You need to make the right choices. You mustn't fall prey to their cunning Coco. Their cunning Coco, or is that her name? Anyways, I will text my child. This is a cheesy Hallmark. The World of the Kennedy Women. Profiles in grace and courage. And had it not had these little drawings, I probably wouldn't have got it, but it's distasteful enough that I had to get it. Jacqueline. Patricia. Look at these. This is something you could whip up in about 25 minutes. It probably sold 500,000 copies too. Honestly. This is literally go to the... Now, obviously, this is not in the Google era. Yeah, you know, Illuminati always had that. 1973. Look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, my. The Essential Tao. Thomas Clary. An initiation into the heart of Taoism through the authentic Tao Te Ching. Mastery of Nurturing Life. All this is a bunch of bunk, but I get it to fill the quota of my bookshelves. How does that sound? That's my new saying. I buy books to fill the quota necessary to fulfill my bookshelves' existence. Malay, I don't know how to say it. The Misanthrope and Other Plays. This is a Penguin classic. Kid at work reads Penguin books, so I get them for him on occasion. A lot of people like to put Penguin classics on their shelf. To me, it's a downgrade from a real book, but that's just me. Hungry Souls, Supernatural Visits, Messages, and Warnings from Purgatory. Gerard J.M. van den Anderwegel. As I've stated before, that like these visages. What are they? Saint Therese and all those. Mother Mary's face appears on a wall and stuff. That's as supernatural as these ghost stories, buddy. Is that Nietzsche on a fucking dollar bill? I doubt it. Got this Nietzsche-esque stash, though. The storyteller's goddess. Who the hell wrote on the cover? Does that say Felt? Tales of the goddess and her wisdom from around the world. This is obviously from whoever the person was that I picked up that other book on goddesses. Tanned pages, which disgust me, but the House of Heat for the Beloved Visitor. But I got some stories. Throw it into my feminist book stuff. Thoreau's Living Ethics, Walden and the Pursuit of Virtue. Obviously, it's marked up, but what's that got to do with me? $2004. I'm going quickly because I have pizza in the oven. So, John Le Carre. That's what I heard. What's her name? Donna Tartt call him Le Carre. I just call him Le Car because I'm not a fancy hillbilly from Mississippi. The Looking Glass War. I hope to sell this one. It's in great shape. If not on eBay, then to thrift books. So I can buy books I actually want. Gulliver's Travels, Jonathan Swift. I actually have a hardcover of some Swift book, but oh, look, it's marked up, you bastards. I should have looked. That angers me. All right, I lost interest. Curious Wine, a novel, the most popular lesbian romance novel of all time. I will probably read this on the channel just to mock it. It says 1983. This is a 2002 edition. Wonder when this was first published. 83. Catherine V. Forrest. I really am interested in seeing what this is about. She lives in San Francisco. It's kind of shocking. Ken Follett, World Without End. I assume it's a first edition, but even if it's not, I'm buying it with the intent that it's a first edition. First printing, October 2007. It's not in the greatest shape, but for 50 cents, it's a very heavy book, as are most of Follett's books, like The Pillars of the Earth. They weigh 17,000 pounds, so yeah. And lastly, Divining the Future. Luckily, I found this book because I was trying to get away from this lady. There was actually 2 or 3 people who, there's literally, there's one big bin over here. Let me show you. One big bin there, one big bin there, a double row of bookshelves here, and a double row of bookshelves here. And these motherfuckers will stand right next to you as their starting point and start reading or looking at books. I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. So as they inch closer, I go like this and go down the hall. And then they will just reappear like ants on like sugar or bread. And then I go back around to where I was. And this was the point I left off in the first row. And I found this book and that manga book. And luckily I went back because, I mean, it's just ridiculous that these people do this. And it's not only that, but when they're on the first row, they come right next to you, and then they come around the second row, right fucking next to you, like there's a magnet. And I'm guessing that they don't want to talk to me. I mean, if they did, they would say something. Or maybe they're timid and they want me to say something. I'm not saying nothing. Get out of the fucking way. I want books, not your face in my basket. But yeah, Divining the Future. I think this is a Barnes & Noble book. Yes. Great. Goodbye.